Hello guys, good morning, and welcome back to Picked Travels. Yeah, today is the day where we're going to be going to Sorsogon, but as you may be able to tell, it is very cloudy, very rainy, very wet, and I'm not sure if today is a great day for it, to be honest. Great day for the rice fields though, because of course they need water. But yeah, not so great for us. But to be fair, where we're going is 3 hours south of here, so it might improve. I doubt it. It looks like it's very heavy rain. But anyway, the purpose of where we're going, is Sorsogon, and then there's also hot springs. So, I mean, we're supposed to get wet when we get to the hot springs. It depends if you want to sit there whilst wet, getting rain on your head. So that's one way to look at it. But yeah, there's a lot of rain today, probably more than average, I would say. From what I've seen since I've been here, there's a lot more cloud cover, fog, and it is generally raining. So today we're going to be going past the Volcano. I still won't be able to show you guys it, most likely, because it's all covered with cloud, so there's no way to even see it right now. But yeah, we're going to be setting off, and I'll try and video what I can. May not be the longest video, depending on how much footage I can get, but yeah. So anyway, the plan is we're going to Sorsogon. It's like a bigger Filipino city, like south of where I'm currently located. And then we're going to the hot springs. That's like another hour south of that. It's like a little peninsula of the island, which sort of like goes down, and we're going into that. And it's near this, sort of like near the southern center. That's where the hot springs are. I've forgotten what they're called, but I will add the name, I think, to the description. If I haven't, please feel free to call me up on it, and then I will add. This is the conditions that we're leaving in. Absolute downpour. Everyone's covering up. That's how the weather is today, unfortunately. Okay guys, so we just arrived at somewhere called Xander's Private Resort, and yeah, we're staying in a small, pretty modest room. I'm here with my wife's family, so it's a little bit tricky to film some things because just getting everyone to be quiet and everything. Yeah, the resort looks pretty nice. And basically the hot springs I was talking about is actually this area here. So the hot springs come from the mountain with the volcanic from up above. You see maybe like steam up here. But yeah, it's like volcanic, basically heated up water, and then it comes down here and they're using it in the resort as a hot spring, so pretty nice. They got quite a nice setup, to be fair, like all these kubos and things, which is like kubos, like the wooden Filipino traditional house. Yeah, it seems like a nice area, lots of mountains and things. So yeah, they're all setting up the food over there right now. But me, I'm gonna chill out for a little bit, and then I'll go into the hot spring and then have a dip, but I'm not gonna record any of that. We did go through Sorsogon earlier, but the rain was so heavy, I thought it's not even worth to film, because the rain at that point was just really heavy, so like proper chucking it down. So far the roads have been pretty good though, compared to some other areas I've been. They're not as like beaten up and pothole full. I think Curzon, I can't remember how you pronounce it. The one beginning with a Q, Curzon province. That one, the roads there are terrible, but like here, the roads are pretty smooth going. Seems a little bit better. a lot of nice rice fields and huge, you know, like palm tree areas and things, or coconut trees even. And yeah, there's a lot. The scenery is nice. It's nice. It'd be better on a nice sunny day, that's for sure. We did go past. We did see like sort of like the boulevard of Sorsogon, and we saw there's a lot of people out there in the heavy rain still actually fishing and all this kind of stuff. So they don't stop that just because of the rain. So they must be going and collecting their whatever they've caught. But yeah, for now, just going to be enjoying these pools, and you know, the girlfriend's family is here, so wife's family even. So going to be spending some time with them. But yeah, if I can get some more footage, I would. I did want to get some of the Mayon volcano, but I couldn't really get it because of the cloud coverage. There was a moment where we did see the peak, but if I could get better footage, I will. Cause I know in the future as well, I'm going to get some footage of the Mayon. So, you know, when we go there, I will get better footage for everyone. But yeah, it was, from what I could see, it did look like it was still erupting when we went past. Today's the first day where I think I saw some lava for the first time. But it's hard to tell because in the daylight, it just looks like a little stream, but there was definitely like smoke coming off of it. So I don't know, I assume that must be lava. But it wasn't like super thick going all over the mountain, so I'm not sure. But yeah, that was interesting to see because we're a bit closer to it today than the other day so far. But yeah, if not for this like terrible like downpour, like monsoon style weather, it'd be not bad right now. But anyway guys, that's a sort of catch up as to where we are at the minute. I might go for a little walk around and have a look at the scenery in the area and then see where we go from there. But yeah guys, I'm just out the front of Xander's Place Resort, which is a private resort, I believe. This is where we're going to be staying. I just wanted to show you guys the scenery around here. So you've got all these sort of like mountainous terrain. Some kind of crop field. I don't know if that's rice or not, but look how neat and tidy this one is. Got 3 sets of this nice lush green. It looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Compared to everything else in there, it looks pretty nice. I wonder what that is. But yeah, anyway, so the volcanic stuff, it all happens up in the hills over here. I think there's another volcano here. Let me just check. Pretty sure on my map there was a volcano when I had a look before. But yeah, there is this Bulusanvolcano, and it should be, I'm not sure where it is, to be honest. I just know it's in the local area. And yeah, because of the volcanic activity, that's why you end up with the hot springs. So yeah, the scenery here is so nice though, isn't it? You see, it's like, I don't know if you can see at the back there, little Kubo hut thing. I'll try and zoom in. I like them. I'm a big fan of Kubos. I love them. I love how they look and everything. But yeah, there's not a lot of action going on here per se. This is sort of like a nice retreat for someone who maybe just wants to get away from the city, wants to relax a little bit and just enjoy the day. Looks like that type of place anyway. But unfortunately, we've got lots of rain. It's actually raining quite a lot right now, to be fair. Probably it's going to be a downpour soon. But yeah. So the next door is called the Spring House, so that's probably relating to the hot springs as well. But yeah, what I liked seeing on the way down was these massive so like we got like a row of coconut trees here, but like I liked seeing it when they were like really deep, and then there's like a big, I don't know if you call it like a coconut tree grove, maybe something like that. But yeah, when you see a lot of them together, I like that. I'd love to walk through somewhere like that, just because it's not the normal tree for me, you know. For other people, coconut tree, they probably don't care, but for me, it's not the normal tree. So, you know, I like to walk through, and I'd love to walk through and just have a little look around. I think you just gotta watch your head and make sure no coconut hits you in the head. But other than that, it should be all right. Yeah, I'm just taking shelter underneath this little tree right now. Just admiring the landscape. There's all these little birds flying around. In fact, on the way, I was keeping an eye out at the wildlife, because that's something I do along these when I go on like a journey somewhere. I saw like some giant like hawk type like bird, sort of bird of prey, which I haven't noticed anywhere else, like flying around. Maybe it was an eagle or something, I'm not sure. And there was another one with like, you know, like longer neck. If you ever watched the movie Dumbo, the one that delivers the children in the sack at the beginning of Dumbo, I saw one of those flying around, like pretty big one as well. And then of course there's all these little tiny birds, but I think this bird, I'm sure we've got that in the UK, because I recognize the wing. It's like, it's got the same shaped wing. I don't know if you guys can even see it, but it's just like basically a little bird. Let me try and zoom in. But yeah, there's a game that me and my wife play when we go somewhere. That little bird. Game that me and my wife play when we go places called Spot the Animal. And the way it works is like this. So you go for your walk, you're with your partner, and you're basically keeping an eye on nature. So you're trying to see animals. So basically, the way you win the game is you need to spot the animal which you see the least of. So if you see like a big swarm of flies and there's like 100 flies, and you call out, "Oh, I see the fly," and the other person has to see it as well. So if you call it out and you say, "Yeah, I see the fly," then that's not going to win. You need the animal where you're only going to probably see it one time, like the whole trip. So maybe it's a normal common animal that you not normally see 100 of, but you only see it once that day, and that could still win, you know. But sometimes we get some really good, because we're paying attention a little bit more, we see some good creatures sometimes. Like really nice animals like birds and like special ducks like from Egypt and all this kind of stuff. You know, or like birds that are like completely different color to, you know, everything else. But yeah, so like spot the animal. Basically you have to spot the animal where there's the least amount of them, and then you're the winner. But it's just a nice game to play when you're sort of like taking a walk around, you know, like in a park or something, or on an area like this where, you know, everything's new to you. What I do notice about Philippines though, they've got a lot of bugs. So like things like wasps, and these things they're huge, like gigantic wasp. There's a lot of insects that are just massive. I think it's because of this jungle sort of like terrain here that they have. But because of all these like jungles and stuff, you get the insects are just insane. They're super big and they super bite a lot as well. I've been bitten so many times. But yeah, the insects is probably the biggest, if I could say the biggest con for coming here so far to the Philippines, I would say it's the insects. Because me being white, for some reason they fly past every other Filipino. Every Filipino here, they fly literally around them, past them, over the head, and I seem to be the target, being white. So they just go for every bit of my skin, which is, you know, like the softest and the most whitest, they're gonna bite that. So I'm actually using this cream today, which I would recommend people to get, called Off, I think it's called. It's like it's in like a white bottle with like a green top, but I think it's called like Bug Off or something like that. But yeah, since I put that on this morning, been alright. But there's a lot of days where I don't put it on and I'm just sort of like swatting flies away, like mosquitoes. But you know, that's the life here. Oh, the rain's starting to get pretty heavy. But you know what I really love to watch? These fields. So like the way they're designed. So like the layer up there is higher, and then it goes down a level and then down a level. That's irrigation. So basically the water pools up at the top, and then it drips down into the next field, and then drips down into the next field, and then drips down into the next field. I love watching that. I've seen it in multiple fields so far, but when it goes through this little barrier, and it's just a way of like maximizing the use of the water. So maybe all the plants in the top, they don't drink all the water, but then when they go down into the next field, the you know, whatever's left of the water, there's another chance that it's gonna, you know, feed another plant or whatever crop you've got growing. And I actually love to watch that when it happens. Just because it's different to like You know, farming in the UK. The farming in the UK, let's face it, it's a little bit boring on the eye when you get used to seeing it. I mean, there's lots of beautiful views. Don't get me wrong, but I like seeing like the plant in motion. I like seeing the water moving like how it's supposed to, like that. That's cool. Like, it's definitely a Asian style way of farming, this irrigation for sure. I'd imagine. I don't know the origins of it. Don't harass me over it. But yeah, you know what I mean. You see the rice fields, you see all the irrigation. You assume as the white man it comes from it. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna cancel my recording right now off, and then I'm gonna head back inside to the resort, which is Xander's private resort. So far, I would say that, I'd probably going off first impressions with the room and the pool and all that kind of stuff. I would recommend it. Like, it looks like a good place to, book out for your family. You also get an outdoor kitchen area where you can cook, and everyone can come together. And they're all waiting for me now to come over there and eat. So we've got some chicken with us. We've got rice. We've got lots of pre-cooked food. We've got crisps. We've got drinks. We've got absolutely everything. And yeah, so that's what the Filipinos are all about. They like to do all that. You can see over there, there's steam coming up from this one. I've been observing it, and it's definitely coming up and not like drifting across like a cloud. So it's definitely from like some, maybe like steam vent. I don't know what you'll call it, but it'll be geothermal, that's for sure. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying the surroundings of this, but because of the rain, it's a bit, you wish every time you go on a nice trip with people, you wish for the best weather, don't you? I mean, you don't want it too hot where you're going to be scorched to death, but you want it to be like a nice, like a nice base setting of just, nice sun, But unfortunately, we just don't have that today. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head back into the resort, and then if I think of anything else I want to record later, I'll add it in. Also, this is the cream that I was talking about, called Off Overtime. So I don't know if it's like some turbo. It says effective for 9 hours, protection from dengue mosquito. I think dengue, somebody told me that if you get bitten by a dengue mosquito, that it affects your blood platelets or something like that. So, not really a nice thing to happen to you. Don't know if it's like a permanent effect or something, but I've got so many mosquito bites, I'd be surprised if I didn't get something. Because I'm bitten from like head to toe, literally. And they say there's an increase in mosquitoes currently because of the wet weather, the rain. So apparently that brings them out more, so... Hopefully in the next coming months there's going to be, like nicer weather and stuff, so less mosquitoes and better videos. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway guys, thanks, yeah?